James Charles, can you just get it together? I mean, really? Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. For those of you who are new, hi, my name is Lizette. And here on our channel, if you want to look and feel beautiful, know about all the latest fashion trends, keep up with all of the beauty community news and worldwide news, and of course live a fun and healthy lifestyle, then please consider hitting that red subscribe button and clicking the bell notification to be notified of when I upload. For those of you who've been watching me for a while, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't checked out my last video, I'll link it in the cards right here. Make sure you check it out. Let me know what you think. And of course, let's get into the drama that's been going on, as usual, involving James Charles. James Charles, can you just get it together? I mean, really? Now you're offending disabled people. So James Charles, a big beauty influencer, I should say, who has about 16 million subscribers here on YouTube and about 15 million on Instagram, has gotten himself in yet another drama. Now, if you don't know about James Charles, he is a 20-year-old beauty influencer who does makeup. That is what he is the best at. I don't really watch his channel. I never really watched this channel. His vibe wasn't really for me, but I do know about him and I have heard about him here being in the beauty space. And so he found himself in a bit of drama. Now, if you know anything about James Charles, he's always in drama. He's always putting his foot in his mouth and he's always saying things that maybe should not be said, I don't know, on social media when you have big, huge platforms with basically combined almost 30 million people following you. Maybe you should think more before you tweet, before you, I don't know, steal people's makeup looks and not give them credit or anything like that. But he doesn't, so that's why we are talking about this now. Now, back in 2018, I believe that's when the tweets originally came from. I'm going to throw them up on the screen right here while I read them to you guys. He said something that was taken out of context according to him and that people found offensive. He put back in July 26, 2018, slow walkers are the worst people on the planet. Now, I will say that this video, as a disclaimer, is my opinion. Everything I say in this video is my opinion. Please don't send any hate to James Charles or anyone else that is mentioned in this video. And if you want to give your opinion and your thoughts, that's no problem. Just make sure you keep it classy and respectful in the comment section down below. Now, with that out the way, once he said that tweet back in 2018, a person by the name of Alex Nino, I'll throw it up right here, replied and said, some of us have chronic pain and other disabilities and have no other choice but to walk slow. If I walk fast, I'll collapse and then you'll have to walk around a sobbing mess. James Charles then responded to that by saying, this was the most annoying tweet of the century. When he made that reply, when I tell you he got dragged by his hair, scalp, edges, everything. They dragged him on social media for saying that because it made it sound like he was being very dismissive, rude, and disrespectful to people who have chronic disabilities. He then made an apology, basically pretty much saying, oh, you know, I meant people who are walking and looking at their phones or who are distracted, so they're not really paying attention. I'm a really fast walker, I'm a really fast talker, so you know, I like to go places very quickly and those people are in my way. He said he didn't mean it to be towards disabled people, but that's what he meant. So people continue to drag him because they felt like that really wasn't an apology, because when you give an apology to somebody, you have to actually acknowledge what you said and apologize for it. But he wasn't acknowledging that in the apology that he gave to that person. And then he didn't even at the person. So like on Twitter, for those of you who don't know, when you put at, so he should have put at Alex, at the person who made the tweet, then he should have put at Alex Nino, the person who made the tweet. You know, I apologize if you took it offensive. I didn't mean it in that way. What I meant was blah, 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 blah. But he didn't do that. So people continued to drag him. And then, of course, he went on to get into more scandals. So now fast forward to now. A person by the name of James Dickinson, I don't know if this person, I don't want to say is real, but it's like you don't really know on the internet what's real and what's fake. So a person released some DMs or text messages that they recently had with James Charles. Well, not recently, they were pretty much kind of old. I'll give you the context so you know. It was back when Manny and Patrick Starr were friends. So this is probably like back in 2016. But they were released now, which is kind of like, why would you release these messages now? Anyway, I'll throw them up on the screen so we can read them together. James Charles wrote, met so many industry people who want to help me. His friend replied, that's really good, James. I'm really proud of you. So did he say anything to you? With the laughing emoji. James said, if it's who I think you're talking about, no, LOL. The person wrote, girl, it's February. You need a Valentine. You never know, maybe Manny will send you flowers. Now that took me by surprise. Manny, as in Manny MUA, as in copper eye nude lip. Let me stop. Manny? Ooh, child. Anyways, he replied, Manny is just so hot and cold 1 minute. I feel like he wants to me, then the next he's not talking to me, LOL. Plus, he's really hard to talk to when Patrick is around. So he really was talking about Manny anyway. Girl, I had to pick myself up off the floor. And did I tell you that all these fans came up to me for a pic? There was literally the hottest guy I had ever seen, like Justin Bieber sexy. He wanted a picture, but a kid in a wheelchair came up before him and could barely talk and took forever. The whole time he was talking, I was just like, hurry the heck up, spit it out. Like he could barely talk. It was so annoying. Like, shut up, my future husband is behind you. Like, go back to the Special Olympics. James Charles, James, that is so offensive what you just said in those messages. That's not even funny. It's not to be made a joke out of. None of that. You cannot even find any kind of light humor in that. That was so totally disrespectful and offensive to everyone who suffers with a disability. It's not like they asked to be born with a disability. So that is so offensive and disrespectful to them. Telling them to go back to the Special Olympics, and that's a person who looks up to you as an influencer, as a person. Like, they look up to you, and here they are taking the time out of their day with their disability to come and acknowledge you and say hi to you and probably tell you how much they love your work and they love your YouTube and they love your channel and they love, you know, all the artwork that you do and your makeup looks. And that's how you treat them. That's how you treat the people who are supporting you. That's beyond disgusting. I was so disgusted. Oh, by the way, shout out to Dustin, Dailey, and Messy Mark. They're the ones who put those messages up. So I borrowed those messages from them. So thank you so much. I'll give you guys credit in my description box down below. Also, you guys check out my description box down below. Check out their videos. I'll also link those videos that they made down below. But that is so, like, offensive. I just couldn't believe that when I read that. I mean, everybody always says James Charles is so arrogant. He always acts like he's all of that and a bag of chips. And everybody always says things about James Charles. And it's like, that did not help your situation. But on the flip side, I kind of wonder in the back of my mind, why is that person releasing these messages or these texts or these DMs now? Like, why didn't they release those then? Keep in mind, James didn't have the platform back then in those messages that he does now. So he didn't have 16 million subscribers or 15 million followers on Instagram. He didn't have the platform that he had now. He was much smaller. But still, it was like, you can't even say, well, the person didn't really know any better because he was what? That was maybe 3 years ago. So if he's 20 now, he was what, 17 then? He didn't really know any better. It's like, okay, so when you... I hope if I do something, I can just say, well, I didn't know any better because, you know, that was 4 or 5 years ago and I was much younger then. Like, we have to stop using that as an excuse. He is a grown man with a functional brain that I don't think functions well sometimes, but he is a grown man. He should know better than to be sending messages like that and not thinking that it's not going to get out. Like James Charles, really? I mean, how many scandals can you have? You already had the biggest scandal earlier back in May of this year with Tati Westbrook and Jeffree Star. Like, you already had a big scandal. It ain't even been 6 months yet. You already doing something else crazy? Oh my God, I'm so sick of it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I usually put my socials throughout my videos as well as in the description box down below. And consider subscribing and joining the YouTube fam. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye. Don't forget to check out one of my videos right here. This is a playlist and this is my recent video as well as the video at the end. And I will see you all in my next video.